What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Hot 97 News, a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories across the country. It is Monday, March 2nd. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Rondell with 2 N's and Million.
Hey.
And boy, is there a lot going on.
Yeah, happy War Day.
In this
War Weekend. Happy War Weekend.
Oh, man. Happy War Weekend is crazy. But, I mean, it finally happened.
Come on now. You called it right on the head. I will give you this, Lana. You've been calling things left and right since we started this show. I don't know if you're a Nostradamus. I don't know if you know the future. I don't know what you got going on, but everything from Greenland to Venezuela to everything that's happened, you have called it on the head. So
Thank you, man.
At this point, I got to listen.
I mean, if you pay attention, you can kind of see how these people move. You know what I mean? And then you kind of predict what they're about to do next. So if anybody was paying attention, they probably saw this coming.
Yeah.
The question really was just when. So, yes, the U.S. attacked Iran in an operation called Epic Fury, but the U.S. actually didn't start it. Technically, Israel fired the first strike that killed Iran's supreme leader. I don't know if you guys know this because, yes, this is, it's been kind of called a joint strike, a joint operation, which it was. But technically, yeah, Israel was the one who officially killed their supreme leaders. So, you know, Iranians across the world really started celebrating or they started protesting, depending on how, you know, they felt about the man. For a lot of Iranians, this would be a step towards freedom. Like, we've been waiting for this day. We've been hoping this would happen. This is a brutal leader. We want him out of here. For others, this was a vicious attack against the world leader, and they want retaliation. So Ali Khamenei is his name. He has been Iran's top religious figure and head of state for almost 40 years now. And so I just feel like it's interesting that a lot of people aren't talking about the specifics of how this happened because I don't know how legal this was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? First of all, I think I need somebody to tell me what war means at this point.
Flat out.
Because we're not at war. And we didn't start a war. We just started whatever this is. And apparently how this actually happened, which meaning like how we got to his death, how he was targeted. The CIA had apparently been tracking Khamenei for months, kind of watching him move, where he would go, how he moved, that kind of thing. And the CIA reportedly learned he was going to be at a meeting of top Iranian officials at a leadership compound in central Tehran on Saturday. So the CIA gave that information to Israel, and then they ended up adjusting the timing of the attack to take advantage of that gathering. Originally, the United States and the Israeli governments were going to launch a strike at night when it was dark, but they found out that him and all his people were going to be at the same compound, so Israel then executed the strike and hit that compound like 9:40 in the morning in Tehran time. And so, you know, I was like, man, that is interesting.
Did Israel have to get permission from America, or like they just was like, let's just move on it?
I really don't understand how this happened because it's not legal for the U.S. to do this.
Oh, so we didn't do it.
The U.S. is legally not allowed to assassinate a world leader.
Oh,
you can't do that.
All right, so we're in the clear. Are we not? Did we not do? So is it like we didn't do it, but we did do it kind of situation?
Literally.
Is that like the thing? Okay.
So there was actually a moment on CBS's Face the Nation where this was brought up. The anchor was talking to one Republican lawmaker, and this is a piece of that conversation about this.
And yesterday when I had the opportunity to talk to Secretary Rubio, you know, I asked that question, and he was very clear in the answer that we did not target Khamenei and we were not targeting the leadership in Iran. So the aspect of that the United States was not undertaking regime change is very important.
Just to be clear, you're not saying that Israel carried out that strike without the U.S. permission, greenlighting, buy-in?
You know, the fact that Khamenei has been a murderous authoritarian who has killed an unbelievable number of Israelis, they have an absolutely, I think, a strong basis in which to do so.
She like, dog, answer the question. I asked you a direct question, and you said, well, actually, the leader is, that is the quickest way to hear me. All I heard was, yeah, we did it, but I can't tell you. I can't tell you on air that we did it.
Because he was stumbling and fumbling through that whole answer.
What?
You know what I mean? Because you're not allowed to do that, so they can't claim it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As they the ones who did it. And so that's why she said, well, hold on, like, so then are you saying like the U.S. didn't greenlight this? They just did it on their own? And he really didn't even answer that either. He was just saying, well, we just feel like they're validated in being able to do that because of Iran's brutal nature, you know? So, I mean, it is what it is. But ultimately in those strikes, he was killed and his daughter was killed and his son-in-law was killed and his granddaughter were killed. And the U.S., again, was very clear about, I think, Israel doing that part because we don't want any pushback. We're allowed to go after, like, military structures and, like, that kind of thing, military leaders, but not, like, the leader of another country.
I saw reports that an elementary school was bombed also, though.
Yeah, it was a girls' school, and they don't know who did that yet. The United States said that they're looking into it. I also don't know. I mean, anything could have happened, but there was like 165, I believe, girls who were killed at that school, and then, obviously more who were injured. Right. But yeah, it was a missile strike that fired right on them. Yeah, it was crazy.
165?
But we don't do that. We only hit military bases.
That is a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was a report in the Iranian media that reported 201 people had been killed and 747 people injured in that initial U.S.-Israeli attack, and then that included that more than 100 students at that school. 165, yeah, specifically.
Oh, my God.
And so far, it looks like over 500 people in Iran have died, and we'll talk about the full death count later. In fact, I could just give it to you right now. In Israel, 11 people have reportedly died so far. That includes a strike on a synagogue. 31 people have died now in Lebanon. Israel's been attacking them because they say Hezbollah fighters started shooting into Israel. So, I mean, they said this was going to explode into a bigger war, and that's what's happened. That's why I don't see how people are so shocked, because Iran's getting a lot of heat right now for how they retaliated, but they said it's going to happen. You know what I mean? So if someone tells me, hey, if you slap me, I'm going to burn your house down, and I tell you over and over and over again, okay, if you slap me, I'm going to burn your house down, and I just decide, I'm gonna slap you to see if you burn my house down, and then you burn the house down. Yes, it's bad. That's not a really a great response. It's overkill. But I told you I was going to do this multiple times. So I just
it's a crazy analogy.
In that analogy, who's burning the house down and who's slapping?
Iran is getting heat for how they've retaliated against all these different countries, because they've hit 8 or so countries, if not more at this point. And so people are saying you've gone overboard here. They've targeted airports. They've targeted all types of things, ports. And so people are now getting involved in other countries saying, you guys are going overboard here. But you started with the U.S. and Israel attacking them. And the U.S. and Israel attacked hundreds of targets. This was a stunning success, I think, if you asked what they were, looking to do. They would say that this was amazing. They actually managed to cut their leaders' heads off, and they attacked nuclear sites and military structures and all sorts of things that would be important to Iran's leadership and their military. So I think the U.S. is feeling pretty good about where they are right now. I'm curious to see what happens next.
Yeah, for sure.
So we do have some video. We have a lot of video for you, actually, to show you how some of this has been going. And the first one is actually kind of breaking news. So this is out of Kuwait. That is a fighter jet crashing to the ground. And then you see the pilot taking a parachute on out of there. So the breaking news from this situation is that happened because of friendly fire.
Oh, no.
They accidentally shot those people down. Central Command put out a statement about this and said that 3 U.S. F-15E Strike Eagles were flying in support of Operation Epic Fury, and they were mistakenly shot down by Kuwaiti air defenses. So all 6 aircrew ejected safely. They've all been safely recovered, reportedly. They're all in stable condition. Kuwait acknowledged the incident. They basically said, our bad. Whoops. But, at least they didn't die. You know what I mean? So that's, is what it is. We also have another video for you, and this one just shows the U.S. firing shots from an aircraft carrier, it looks like, or one of those, ships they have out there. And you'll see it in the end hit a compound. Now, again, this is a video that's been edited together. I do not believe that was a U.S. strike. That looks to me like the compound that Israel hit. But this was just an example of the kind of arsenal that's being deployed right now, and then like what that looks like.
I feel like a Call of Duty game going on right now, bro. I do want to say this real quick before we so that I just had to look this up real fast about the guy getting ejected from the airplane, because that costs. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that costs. So upwards to so if the jet survives structural, but it can run like $1 to $5 million after that happens, bro. Like the whole thing. It's crazy.
That's insane.
I don't know why my mind went there, but I just had to I wonder if it costs for him to eject himself out of the seat, and it does.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah. I mean,
so you either take that plane down with you, or you're gonna cost us some money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
My bad. I don't know why I thought.
No, I mean that's interesting to know. That's a lot of money flowing down to the bottom. I mean, war, it costs a lot of money.
It does. It is a very expensive sport. It is a very, very expensive sport.
It is, and they just love doing it. You know what I mean? We also have some more video for you. We just want to show you some of the video going on around right now. That's the aftermath of the compound strike. So it's just in smithereens. You'll see it if you can blow it up or whatever. We're looking at a kind of smaller little picture of it, but it's blasted to smithereens. And we can also show you what it's looked like on the street level for people in Tehran. They're just going about their business, which I thought was interesting.
Cloud of smoke in the back going crazy. And they just, but that's the thing about this though. You have to continue to live. If you're not, if they're not killing, or if you're not dying, or if you're not in harm's way, you have to continue to go through life, which is the wildest thing, because you got craziness happening. I'm talking about bombs and shootings and this, that, and the third, all happening. And you just got people I gotta go to work, dog. Like, like I still gotta go flip these burgers, bro. Like, McDonald's is probably still open out there.
If they had a Waffle House.
You dig what 24/7.
It would be open 24/7.
So that is that I can't fathom, is that like people still, nothing closes. Like, hey, we have to go and still live our civilized lives, because this won't stop us.
Yeah. So then we can also show you what it's looked like over Israel. Of course, Iran is just, sending them over to Israel, but they've got that Iron Dome. And so what you're watching here is that system happen and work. So they're intercepting the missiles literally in the air. And so if you look up in Israel, that's what you're seeing as they're being sent over there by Iran. And we zoomed in a little bit so you can actually see. These are like big explosions.
Yeah.
And you can hear it. I heard one during somebody's live report out there, some news channel I was watching, and you could hear, it's like a big old boom. And you got to wonder like where the shrapnel falls. It's pretty insane.
I've talked to some people out there in Israel. Like at one point in time, some people was like visiting Israel, and I think it was last year when they was going through back and forths with Iran. But they have like underground tunnels just designated underneath their cities for situations just like this, so they're always prepared for this. Like they're always looking for people to be bombing them, in a sense. It's just like, hey, you got to stay ready, but it's scary. It's really scary.
It is. They've got some allies out there. Like Israel and the U.S. have allies, obviously, in that region, because Iran just bombed a lot of them. But, they did plop down a couple decades ago in the middle of the Middle East, where Israel says they have a right to the land, but a lot of other countries out there had a problem with them being there. So they already knew, okay, we got a target on our backs. We're always going to be threatened out here. Maybe we need some bomb shelters and some underground tunnels to run into every once in a while. Now, tell me why. When these attacks were happening, to start off with, Trump was at a party in Mar-a-Lago.
I was there. I was just in West Palm Beach this weekend.
No, you were not.
I was. I had a stand-up show out there in West, and bruh, his plane, when I pulled into the airport, was sitting there. I forgot to get a picture. His plane. That video I sent to y'all, that was at the convention I was at West Palm Beach. I'm sitting in Mar-a-Lago.
Wait, what?
I swear to God.
I didn't want to see no dog. Yeah. You should have sent me the picture of the plane.
Oh, I know. That's my bad.
He sent us a picture of a robo-dog. The robo-dog we were talking about on the show. He saw one.
But it's definitely like 10 minutes away from Mar-a-Lago. Like 10 minutes. Like the convention center was here. Mar-a-Lago was here. Yeah, I almost like took a Uber over there just to see it.
Why?
Really?
Why didn't you?
I just didn't.
Man, I would have snuck on the grounds and been like Trump.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this was $1 million per person black tie Republican fundraiser event happening per person. So yeah, the people found this video going around online and thought that was very interesting, that, we're literally popping off a not war
Right.
whatever this is, because Congress has not declared a war. Congress is supposed to declare the war. So whatever this is was popping off, and Trump is here. All these rich donors, lavish gold buildings. He's wearing a nice little tie, nice little suit that he always wears, doing his little dance. People saw him doing his little, little YMCA, God bless the USA going. Apparently at some points, the crowds, the little guests at the gala were chanting USA, USA. I mean, this was a whole shebang.
And my man not caring. Now one world of care what's going on right now.
Apparently he would just dip in and out to like see how the war was going.
Oh, he just slide into the back room. Hey, any news? Okay, bet. I'm gonna go back out here.
Yeah, he was like monitoring the operations, so the reports say. And Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt had already told everybody that the president was still going to attend that fundraiser, despite the fact that the situation was clearly escalating. Nobody knew it was going to happen. I don't know what she would have known at that point, but I'm sure the guests didn't know that was going to happen. But yeah, so he would just pop in and out. And I think it's very interesting that he has to just like pop up some curtains and do it right there at his house.
Yeah.
And I would think that you would do this at the White House, like in one of those like situation room.
Secured room.
Yeah. You just like threw up some like curtains right down the street from the party.
Kevin.
Not even down the street. It's in the same place.
Yeah, because the Mar-a-Lago. So what I found out about this place, it's not a house. It's a strip of his entire compound.
Yeah.
So it starts at the back and it goes all the way to the beach, and it's in between. It's in between the beach. So the beach is on this side and the beach is on this side, and his house is, or his compound is in between the two. It's ginormous.
Yeah.
It's on the map and it's huge. So yeah.
So they could literally have been
Anywhere
in
on that compound.
that whole complex,
Yeah.
but like right there. So I mean, I just think it's crazy that like y'all are literally partying,
Yeah, kicking it.
yucking it up,
Kicking it.
like while we're like dropping missiles on people. So yeah, after the guests left, Trump posted that video on True Social saying, the war started, by the way. And he posted saying that he acknowledged that the U.S. was expected to have some casualties in this conflict, and so far 4 U.S. troops have died.
No way.
So that's an update. Like, it had been 3. This morning I learned that the 4th troop had died. 3 U.S. service members were killed in Kuwait during one of the counterattacks that Iran had sent over. They were in a logistics unit deployed in Kuwait. And then a 4th U.S. service member was initially seriously wounded during the retaliation strikes that Iran sent over, but then he died of those injuries. So this is what Trump had to say about U.S. troop deaths in general.
For the full recovery of the wounded, and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is.
God.
Likely be more. But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization. They have waged war against civilization itself.
Yeah, man, you talk about my baby like that. Just literally talk. If I heard you say that and my son or daughter just like died from this is going on, oh man, oh my God. And y'all want to fight for America. That's why I never once understood military and people that want to go to the military and they're so adamant to, man, I want to fight for my country. Why? Your country does not care about you, bruh.
I personally thought that it was interesting because he has not told the American people what this is about.
Not at all.
You know what I mean? Like, we've been talking about it because we've been gathering the reports, but Trump has not come out and said, this is why this is necessary and urgent right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the threat is to you. Because Iran does not have anything right now that can reach the U.S. So what are we doing over there right now?
True.
You know what I mean? All we have are U.S. bases that they can target, but y'all can evacuate those bases if you need to.
Come back to the house.
If there's a problem that you think is going to happen, because those bases are there every single day. Iran doesn't just attack them every single day. This is something that is unique because they were attacked first. They were. And so, I mean, I don't know. Again, Iranian people are not complaining en masse about this. Again, they hate those people, and they're thrilled, from what I've seen, to have them go. But again, what does that mean for us?
Yeah.
And how many troops need to die for that?
And that's what's scary. If this leads to like a draft or something like that, I need to see Barron Trump out there. I need to see Barron Trump's 19-year-old self out there on the front lines fighting for people too. Because Trump, you're making it seem like it's just it's willy-nilly. Like you're not excited, but you're just okay with these people dying. It is what it is. You know how he literally said basically it is what it is, and that's it.
It's gonna be more.
It's gonna be more.
It's
probably gonna be more. Sorry.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Like and what I also thought was interesting was that if you're thinking that this effort and the killing of the supreme leader was supposed to usher in some sort of new wave of something, that's not what's happening right now. In fact, I saw some, I don't even know what they were. The Central Command posted on X claiming that Iran has been claiming that hundreds of U.S. troops have died. So these are reports from news agencies. They've compiled a list, and we can't see it here because it's pretty small, but they were basically saying that 560 American troops had been killed and wounded in Iranian missile strikes on U.S. bases. So that's what they're telling people. Like the IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, which is the security forces there, are reporting that hundreds of troops have died. And the U.S. Central Command is basically putting out all the lies that have been coming out about this effort in the last couple days. So they say that the IRGC claims that they struck the USS Abraham Lincoln with ballistic missiles, and that didn't happen. And that was before the 560. This was just some of the original claims that the U.S. Central Command was putting out, that they've killed 50 Americans. No proof of that. Navy ship was struck. Lie. Severe damage at multiple U.S. bases. They claim that's a lie, that damage to U.S. installations have been minimal. I don't know what to make of this. I mean, because we're going to find out.
Yeah.
We're going to find out. But there's a lot of reasons why you would say it for and against. If I'm Iran, I want my people to think that I'm actually giving a crushing blow to these forces. We're not out of the woods. We're not out of the water here at all because hundreds of Americans are dying. That's what they're being told. The U.S. could also downplay how many troops have died. They could not tell us because they may not want to risk the backlash from hearing, X number of people have died. So this is why the U.S. Central Command, I think, hopped on it and was trying to crush these reports that they say are fake from spreading any further, because that's going to be upsetting, to people if that were true. So, when you think about where this goes from here, Trump initially did also urge the Iranian people to overthrow their government. He told them this is the moment to seize, be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back their country, because it's likely going to be the last shot they can do this for a long, long time. Iranian state TV was even hacked to show Trump's message, because they usually have state TV. They have like government propaganda.
Yeah.
So they're trying. They're trying to see if these people will seize this moment and actually overthrow the government. But later on, Trump dropped another video saying that Iran's military command was gone, but also that they were surrendering, but also that they needed to surrender. So I don't really know what's going on with that, but this is what he said.
The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling by the thousands. I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, police, to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death. Won't be pretty.
So again, they've died. We've killed them. The command is gone, but also they're calling by the thousands to surrender, but also they need to surrender. He said all three in the same video. So I don't know what's happening right now. If I'm an Iranian person trying to see like how to move from here, there's really no clear evidence that we can really pave the way to do something right now. Especially because they're still retaliating. Like if the structure was truly gone, then we wouldn't see anything. If the Revolutionary Guard and their army like all laid down their arms, who is popping off around? They've hit like so many different countries at this point. So somebody's still fighting for the old regime.
No, for sure.
And from what I've seen, the old regime has just fallen into their process for who takes over temporarily, and then they'll later on decide who's going to replace the supreme leader. But from what I've seen, this same regime is still holding on to power right now.
Yeah. I thought it was so interesting. Like, as soon as I got reports in the morning that we had hit we had touch base, the bombs had touch base in Iran, literally, like a video right underneath that video, I see people celebrating.
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. I didn't, that's not anything normal to me. Like, you see a bomb and then apparently people just start celebrating. Where's the videos of the people that are in peril, people that are crying? I think it is a narrative game too. Like, the world has moved from just guns and fighting and propaganda through mail. It's propaganda through your timeline, your algorithm too. Cause I'm like, there is no way that people are celebrating this. There's gotta be people that's upset.
Facts.
I also thought it was jarring because I saw some of the same videos where you'd see the smoke plume in the air and people were just out there just like cheering. And I was like, man, like if that were me, even if I were really happy to see this happen, I feel like my first move would be to call my mom, call my grandparents, call, like, make sure my people weren't under that, you know, plume of smoke that just got hit. And I don't know. I think I've seen both. That's kind of why I didn't want to air any of the protest video or any of the parading happy videos, because both are happening. And you will see different news outlets sharing both, but usually like one or the other. Like, I've seen a certain set of the news playing just full on cheering because they're trying to like show people like, hey, what Trump did is good. You shouldn't be upset because they're happy. But those channels are not playing what the other channels are playing, which is the protest. People who are very upset about this. And both are happening right now. So that's why we're not trying to tell you what's good or what's bad, because we can't decide that from here. But, you know, it's very interesting. So many more angles to this that we have to talk about, but we have to go to a very quick break, and we'll be right back.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 Mornings with Merrill. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to be?
Oh, Wale, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where's my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. Here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
this sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
Welcome back to Hot 97 News, everybody. We're talking about the not war in Iran. We're just talking about whatever's going on that's got everybody
Yes.
popping off across the entire Middle East.
Look, I wanted to say a statement or a comment.
Okay.
Let's not forget, everybody, all this is going on. Let's still not forget about the Epstein files. Let's still not forget about Nancy Guthrie, okay?
Wow.
Let's still not forget. No, I don't want to talk about them. I'm just saying, for all the people out there, don't forget.
Yeah.
Okay?
Nancy.
Yeah.
Nancy got to do anything.
But no, he's just saying, like, these are other big
These are
stories
other-
that we're supposed to have our eyes
these
on.
are other things.
I just think it's
These are-
interesting because you the one talking about, I
gonna forget.
hate
I
that
do.
Epstein files.
I do.
I hate
didn't
Nancy
say
Guthrie.
I didn't say I hated it. I just said I was tired of talking about it.
But I'm glad to hear you say.
But let's not forget. The only reason I say don't forget about it because this is how they switch the narrative up and they put all this in front of your face, and then next thing you know, Nancy Guthrie she found or she did something, and we done forgot, and we were like, how y'all just found her and didn't tell nobody?
Facts.
Or, they arrest 4-5 people from the Epstein files and they ain't tell nobody. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's make sure we, you know what I mean?
still on 'em?
Yeah, and not us, just people out there. Y'all don't forget. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay, so diving back into the Iran stuff. So again, one thing that I was personally concerned about as all of this was even just revving up was what happens to Iran afterwards. Like, I know that they've been saying, Trump would be a hero if he actually bombs the country and gets the Ayatollah out of there. Great. But what happens next? It seems like regime change usually does not go well for the country that they did it in. What happened in Venezuela is like an outlier. I've never seen a regime change go so freaking swimmingly for literally anybody, because usually it ends in just conflict and civil wars. And so that's a big question that I've had, like, what happens next? Who comes in to be the leadership structure? And the U.S. apparently identified possible candidates who might take over, but Trump says they're all dead now. So that is according to a reporter. This is Jonathan Karl. He is the chief Washington correspondent at ABC News. And he said March 1st, so yesterday, last night, in fact, President Trump told me tonight the U.S. had identified possible candidates to take over Iran, but they were killed in the initial attack. The attack was so successful, it knocked out most of the candidates, Trump told me. It's not going to be anybody that we were thinking of because they are all dead. Second or third place is dead. So that is going to be probably problematic for the regime that's currently in place. But there are also people who are outside of the regime completely that are also being floated as potential candidates and options for the people. I thought it was most interesting when the protests were happening back in January. I kept seeing videos of a man named Reza Pahlavi. And I was getting bombarded with videos of him, with videos of people who were supporting him. Like, just, it was like a campaign for this man on my social media. I wasn't in Iran socials or anything. So I'm like, now why is my timeline suddenly getting floated with this guy? This is the Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi of Iran. He is the oldest son of the last Shah of Iran, who was overthrown in 1979 in the Islamic Revolution that put this current regime in power. So his dad was overthrown, and now these guys are who are currently at war with the U.S. So he's been in exile since that revolution. In fact, he's settled in the United States. He's been here. He's lived here for decades. He lived in other countries too, but he's lived here for decades. So a lot of Iranians see this guy as a symbol of pre-1979 Iran, modern and secular, pro-Western, before the current Islamic Republic came in and put in just like a moral police and, all these rules and oppressions upon them where they had to put on the hijab and all this kind of stuff. So they see him as a potential next option.
I seen him, and it was so interesting because I was just watching a video like earlier this morning. He was on 60 Minutes earlier, and he was explaining like why he thinks he's the best fit for this. He said that he's not going to necessarily be the one that he doesn't want to come in and like create regime change or something like that. But if they call him to it, he's willing to take the offer. But apparently his father was kicked out, and the regime that overtook his old regime occurred because, the dad wasn't the best with the finances. I think he was doing some like immoral things with the finances, like fraud or something like that to his people.
I don't know how he treated the people or what all he's accused of doing, but he didn't have them under the same oppression they are in now. So I think they're just looking back to saying, at least we like the way we lived under this guy. Not that we think that he's just like the best thing since sliced bread. In fact, I've seen videos of this man saying he had no interest in being an Iranian leader anymore. Or he was just like, I live in the United States now. I got kids here. I got a family here. Like I don't know Iran anymore. So I think he was tapped for this because he's just somebody with name recognition, somebody who's recognized as being somebody who at least has ties to a man who has the way of life they're looking for. And so he could at least rally the people enough to bring in a new era. Because the biggest problem that the Iranian people are facing right now is, how do I overthrow a government and then put somebody in that can actually last? The army has to follow them. The IRGC, which are literally to protect the Islamic leaders they have in place right now, they've all got to succumb to this and follow this man. So some rando off the street who probably would be better is not going to be the guy because they don't have the name recognition.
True.
You know what I mean? So this guy at least is like, okay, we remember the flag with the lion and the sun on it, which is not their current flag right now under the Islamic regime they have. So the flag is a big deal. That was a big deal when Elon Musk changed it. The emoji for the Iranian flag, he changed it on X. That was all part of this because that's symbolizing we want to bring in somebody else. And this man says that he feels like the people trust him as a transitional leader and not like he's trying to be the future king or the future president or anything. He's just like trying to usher in this new wave and then he'll get up out of here. But he posted this on X and he said, look, my message to the remaining officials of this Republic of Terror is surrender to the people of Iran. Declare your loyalty to my program and the transition system. Hand over the power, no more bloodshed. And any attempt by the remnants of this regime to appoint a successor is doomed to fail. Whoever they place in his stead is not going to only lack legitimacy, but they're going to be complicit in the crimes of this regime. He's also asking the nation's military and the police and the security forces to put their weapons down. They say your weapons must serve to defend the great nation of Iran, not the criminal republic, nor its anti-Iranian thugs and hoodlums. And he's asking them to join the people of Iran in this revolution. Which is the same thing Trump said. Hey, like, you guys need to put your arms down and the people need to all rise up and do this as a collective. If not, it's not going to work.
Telling the people to willingly rise up and possibly die, lose your life because you rose up against this government, this regime, that's a pretty hard thing to ask somebody.
Is it? Because, I mean, I would say the same thing. But remember, we were talking about this before, and I was talking about my friend who is Iranian, who was saying, like, a lot of people have lost hope, so much so that they just don't care. They're happy to be bombed if it gets this regime out of there. But again, that's what I was saying. She was speaking from here.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean? Are you in Iran all willing to die for this? And she feels like they are. She's got family there now, so it's not like she's just speaking out of her behind. She's got family there, and a lot of people do feel oppressed. But that's why I was curious why it didn't work the first time. Like when the current regime was able to suppress the momentum they had when everybody was in the streets before, they did crack down and they did get power back and people did stop protesting. And it was like, that was your wave. That was your move. So now the U.S. is here. Are y'all going to come back out? If not, why aren't you coming back out?
Right.
You know, is the regime that powerful? And if so, y'all didn't really hit what you thought you hit if they can still hold on to that power. It's all about who the military is going to follow. Who's got the guns, who's got the arms, who's got the force behind them. So, you know, he's one option. He had Rudy Giuliani weigh in and say he's a terrible option. He said that Reza Pahlavi is basically dangerous in what he's attempting to do, declaring himself the transitional leader, because he feels like this is just going to destabilize the situation further. Feels like he has no support inside the country. He's the son of the man who was overthrown by the Iranian people after years of brutality and theft and oppressive rule, like you said, Million, and that the people are not going to resort back to a tyrannical monarchy after freeing themselves of a tyrannical Islamic regime. From what I've seen, that's not true. I've seen a lot of Iranians actually say we would prefer Pahlavi because it is a way out. And we don't like necessarily support him as a permanent leader, but we support him as a transitional leader. At least we know what he stands for, and it's not this current regime. Giuliani says the better option is a woman, actually, who is also kind of floating in the candidacy, I guess. And I think that she probably has the least chance. I think people hate her more. Really hate what she stands for more. So this is Maryam Rajavi, and she's with the MEK/NCRI political arm. Like that's who she's with. That doesn't really mean anything to us. It doesn't matter. Just know she's with MEK. It's a different like faction. So apparently Rudy Giuliani has spoken at MEK rallies for years. He says that they are a government in exile, meaning they're not in the country, but they are like a government that's ready to go. They're unrivaled. They have a 10-point plan for a secular democracy, and it includes women's rights and all the sorts. So he says that this lady and this party is the regime that can immediately take over if this current regime falls. From what I've seen, a lot of people in Iran hate them because they feel betrayed by them. Apparently, they fought against the Shah and they supported this current regime, Khomeini, when he first came in. But then Khomeini and his people like kicked them out, basically. He purged them all. So they were mass executions and the rest of them fled. And then Iranians feel like they betrayed them because that group sided with Iraq. There was an Iraq-Iran war, and they sided with Iraq, and they felt like, okay, you're helping an outside country attack us.
Right.
So I think this lady has like a very poor shot, but apparently this group has paid a lot of U.S. politicians and figures to speak at their rallies. So I think some of this support is literally coming down to that cash money instead of like actual legitimacy to them being the best options.
Yeah. I have been seeing that they do want democracy, though. That's one of the biggest things that I've been hearing. Like, democracy is the main thing that these people want nowadays.
And I think that'd be great. I mean, I think that history has also showed us that the U.S. has pushed for democracy in some of these countries out there, and then later on attacked when they didn't like the person those people chose.
Yeah.
The story of Hamas. They pushed for, the U.S. pushed for democracy out there. The people voted for Hamas. And now here we are with the U.S. and Israel hating Hamas, attacking Hamas. So this has happened before. So I don't know what the U.S. thinks is about to happen. But this was what I was saying was my problem. If you attack the leadership, is there going to be a civil war? Because you got a lot of factions now who are vying for power. There's two different militaries there too, the IRGC and I think it's called the Artesh, like the regular army and then the forces that protect the actual like leadership. Who do they, or does somebody try to seize control over here? Does the MEK come in? Does Reza Pahlavi? What do you do? So there's no clear path there. But in the meantime, there's just reverberations across the Middle East because I don't know if you guys saw this video, but the leader, the supreme leader who was just killed is now being seen as a martyr in some of these countries. So this is a U.S. consulate that was actually attacked in Pakistan, and this actually got quite bloody. We didn't show you the part that got like real bad, but I was watching people like literally like popping off. So at least 22 people were killed and more than 120 people were injured in this clash between protesters and then the security forces there in Pakistan. It's a place called Karachi, and they were supportive of the Iranian government. They tried to storm this capital and, the consulate, I should say. And yeah, it was specifically after the U.S. and Israeli strikes killed the supreme leader. They feel like, that was not legal. It was not cool. Can't just do that. They see it as an attack on their way of life. Now, I don't support, their way of life one way or the other. This is just to show you that there is some pushback here.
I seen like some Iranian officials come out and had like a press conference or something like that, and they was basically making the old guy, what do they call him?
The Shah?
The guy that was
the supreme leader.
The supreme leader. Yeah, they was making him seem like he was just like one of the most stand up guys before he passed away. They said that. They tried to evacuate him from the building. They told him that this place was probably going to get bombed, but he said, if I move, are we moving millions of people with me? And then
interesting.
Yeah, so they was making it seem like he was like just standing his ground in this whole entire thing, and he was refusing to move, and that's why he died, and it was for a just cause. And I could see how that then turns into him looking like a martyr if they're being pushed this rhetoric online,
And that's the point, because who knows if that's true or not?
Yeah.
They
I was literally just about to
be lying.
I was literally just about to say that.
It's like, oh yeah, you said that.
Yeah, exactly.
People,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, of course you're thinking about the people right now.
Please, no, don't usher me out.
At 9 in the morning, you're thinking about the people. Yeah, we got you.
But if that's what they're being fed, then he does look like a martyr.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of this whole propaganda war popping off right now. And that's why I think this is going to be so sticky. Unless the Trump administration and Israel continues striking, which they've said that they're going to do. They said this is going to last weeks. So all that we've seen so far is not, we've just scratched the surface, to be honest, in this not war, because it's not war, because we haven't gone to Congress.
Right.
But, yeah, so we'll see what happens. But like Trump said, if the people are going to rise up and kick these guys out, it's got to happen now. You don't have another chance. You know what I mean?
One shot.
So I hope for the best for them. If they're dying, this is happening anyway. I hope that they can pull this off, because if that's what they really want, we're going to find out.
Yeah.
This is the chance. If you're willing to put down your life for this is the chance. The U.S. is there. They're attacking literally your leadership right now. Like I'm hoping the best for everybody involved out there. In the meantime, something that can spiral this into a bigger conflict, more of a world war, are things that have been attacked in the process. Again, Iran has gotten a lot of pushback and a lot of criticism for the fact that they did explode this into a really big retaliation. So, a lot of Bahrain and Kuwait and Jordan, UAE, Dubai, a lot of places have gotten hit. And that also includes the Strait of Hormuz, which is like a very narrow shipping lane. It's like a waterway. And there's 30% of oil, 20 to 30% of oil that passes through that one little choke point. So if they start attacking that, which they have, that is going to impact oil and gas. And it's more than just oil and gas. A lot of just goods in general flows through that narrow shipping lane. And so if they can't get through there, a lot of other countries are going to start getting really pissed about that.
For sure.
Apparently, they have hit a couple of vessels. Some commercial tankers and cargo ships were hit. Some vessels had to be diverted. Some were just damaged. So this is impacting people globally at this point. So a lot of people are looking at this and thinking somebody's got to dial this back. What do we do? And I can also say that the UK, France, and Germany has vowed defensive action to destroy Iran's capabilities to fire missiles and drones. They're another group that has said that Iran kind of went too far. In a joint statement, they quoted saying they were appalled by the indiscriminate and disproportionate missile attacks launched by Iran against countries in the region, including those who were not involved in the initial U.S. and Israeli military operations. We don't like what you did in retaliation to what was done to you, thus we're going to get involved as well.
That is so crazy.
But, again, the slap and the burning the house down.
Yeah.
At the same time, a slap might be too, minimal for killing their leader. That's an illegal. You can't assassinate a world leader, even in, the U.S. standards, but we didn't. Israel did.
Right. It's so funny how everybody's jumping them now just because they didn't want to get rid of their long range missiles and they didn't want to get rid of their uranium to protect themselves.
They claim that if they got a nuclear weapon, it was going to be the end for a lot of other countries. So, we didn't go look up what all countries has nuclear weapons, but a lot of countries have nuclear weapons. But they feel like if Iran gets one, the world is just going to be over. Honestly, Israel probably has a lot to worry about if Iran gets a nuclear weapon. You know what I mean? Potentially. I doubt a nuke drops, because that's, you're talking about
what we blowing up for?
Everybody.
Yeah,
if one person, that's mutually, we're all dead.
Yeah, bro. Why are we, what are we blowing up? What's the need of blowing a whole country up?
I just think they just wanted to protect themselves. Mind you, Israel, there's reports that Israel has nukes also. So it's just okay, so they just want to be the only ones in the Middle East that has nukes. That's what it seems like. Seems like.
I understand the wanting to protect yourself. I always get it. But that's like walking into somebody's house and, instead of them greeting you with a gun, they got a bazooka. It's a little overkill, don't you think? What do we need a nuclear bomb for? That's a little overkill. Am I tripping?
No, you're not tripping. But if you already got the bazooka You come in the house, I only got guns. You in control.
Yeah, but who's coming into the crib with a bazooka?
But if you have a bazooka and I have a bazooka, it's normal now. Now we both got range to talk.
What I'm saying is nobody needs a bazooka. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. Get rid of the nukes. That's what I'm saying. Like, you want to destroy an entire country, not just the people. Like, the whole country will be demolished.
Well, not even just that, because yes, that. But then if I drop a nuke, you're going to drop a nuke, which means you're probably going to drop a nuke. And then what are we talking about? The fallout, the radiation. Yeah. This is like world ending. So the fact that these people even have the option to drop nukes on people is crazy. But again, like, Iran doesn't have anything right now that could even reach the U.S. So right now, this literally is a Middle East and that region problem as far as Iran goes. That's why people were wondering, why are we putting U.S. lives on the line for this?
And the thing that's like really making me sad is like China just seems like to not really care almost. Like, they're not even getting really too involved. They're like speaking out against it, but they ain't sending any troops over there. So it's like everybody just left Iran to just be on their own almost.
They have some support, but like, yeah, I mean, to your point, yeah, China, Russia, I haven't seen them physically get involved. I've seen them kind of say that either they will or they did give them like weaponry and stuff like that, but I haven't seen Russian troops. Russia's at war themselves.
Yeah.
Russia doesn't have any troops to spare. Russia's trying to get people from Africa, you know what I mean, to come in and try to fight. So the fact that all this is happening is nuts. Can tell you that there was also a potential terror attack in Austin, Texas, here. I don't know if this is a potential terror attack for real. In fact, the whole situation is very strange to me. But 2 people were killed and over a dozen people were injured in a shooting outside of a beer garden. And the FBI says they think it might be related to terrorism. So what happened there was that an active shooter basically showed up around 2 a.m. on Sunday near Buford's Bar, which is in this just popular area that people go to go out there in the area. It's a crowded district. And so there were some officers who were already nearby pulling security, but they went over there when they got the reports that there was a man with a gun that was shooting people. So the police chief said a man in a large SUV was driving by Buford's and then put on his flashers, rolled down his window, and then fired a pistol, which hit people on the patio and a sidewalk outside the bar, and then parked the car nearby, got out with a rifle, and started walking back towards that bar and continued just, doing what he was trying to do. So 3 police officers confronted the suspect at an intersection at that point, and that's when they shot and killed him.
Just want to let y'all know, hey, it was, you know what I'm saying? When I first heard the story, you know who we thought it was. We know what, we know where it was, we thought it was coming. Kind of upset it. I'm a little upset that when I found out who it was.
Well, he wasn't really us though. Nah.
Okay, so he technically he was not from here.
Yeah, okay, he's not, but
that ain't us, bro. We don't.
Okay,
claim this.
So the suspect is a 53-year-old man who is wearing a hoodie with the words "Property of Allah" on it, and apparently he had a Quran in the car. Now, I thought this was interesting because I was like, now this is like the umpteenth time a suspect has just worn something or written evidence just directly right here. Hey, everybody, I am anti-trans, or I am a property of Allah, or I am. They're just writing the evidence right there for all Americans can see these days. I think it's very interesting. But yeah, this is a 53-year-old man who doesn't have any violent criminal history. In fact, I looked it up to see if he had any criminal history. Apparently, he has been arrested a few times here in the U.S., in New York, and in Texas, but the records are sealed.
They are.
Which I thought was strange.
But he did become a U.S. citizen in 2013.
Yes, so he is from Senegal.
Come on now. He's a little bit of us.
Man.
He was naturalized back in 2013. So he arrived here in 2000 on a tourist visa, got a green card in 2006, was naturalized in 2013, spent some time in New York, and then went to Texas. So, I mean, investigators say he also had prior mental health episodes in Austin, so they're trying to see if this was just an extremist ideology or if this was just mental health issues that were kind of taking a play. But this happened, the day after the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed on Saturday. So it was like, the timing is crazy. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what are the odds a man with no, at least sealed records, no real problems, just decides, oh, I'm going to wear a Property of Allah hoodie and put a Quran in the car and go shoot people. This is kind of what I'm saying by, like, they'll never tell us if this was like a terror cell or if this was like, you know, like a sleeper cell, I mean. But what a strange thing to have happened.
Right after all of that happened, yeah.
This is scary because, like you said, I mean, if it is one of those things where it is a sleeper cell, like they have planted people inside of our country, and then at the call of the dime or something like that, you can, hey, push that button. It's time to go. It's time for you to shoot some stuff up. That is scary. That we have, nobody's able to touch us from the outside. The way you destroy America is from the inside.
For sure.
Right. So, I mean, exactly. And is that who I don't know who does something like this. Like, whose country would have had the power to even say, okay, you man from Senegal, you know how long of a plan this man got here 26 years ago.
Yeah.
And this is the same man with sealed records, 53, who's now putting a Quran in the car and wearing this hoodie and saying, I'm going to kill America. Like, what are the odds? But
what you saying? It don't make sense?
It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it's very clear, like, something is happening here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, the whole show had to be about Iran and about this, but it was a lot to say.
I enjoyed it.
Did you?
Yeah, I like stuff like this now.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's cool.
I hated that it happened on the weekend. I was like, dang, we should have been able to record
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Well, I knew it was gonna happen on the weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
Like last time, because they don't want that. Gives them days to not have to address the media or to put whatever they want in the media. Just on, they have the whole weekend to do that. That's why I feel like if we start seeing this stuff start to happen, it's probably gonna happen on the weekend
For sure.
So they don't have to talk to us till Monday. But yeah, man, there are also multiple stories like you mentioned that are still floating out there in the distance. We have an update on Cuba for you guys, and cough, cough, Bill Clinton was deposed on Friday. Now, of course, nobody cares, but he had to testify about what he knew about Epstein. So we're going to talk about all that tomorrow. In the meantime, we have some Atlanta stories for you coming up right after this break.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Merrill. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you're supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What they do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
this sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
You are watching Hot 97 TV.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday to you, and welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. This is a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories happening across the city. It is Monday, March 2nd. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Rondell with 2 N's and Million.
Hey.
And we got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, Monday.
This Monday is a real Monday.
But what?
Look.
What? This weekend was crazy.
Look, the people popped off in a not war this weekend, like we're talking about. Yes, the U.S. actually did end up striking Iran with Israel, and you can have a full breakdown with our national version. If you're watching live on YouTube, you're kind of flowing into the conversation, but we split these up for you guys. So if you would like to know what happened about with Iran, please go to our national version of this. We got a full breakdown for you. It's very, very detailed. But also, the people were celebrating it here on the Beltline. Iranians here in Atlanta were celebrating basically the death of the supreme leader out there on the Beltline.
Yeah, so for when I seen online, it was kind of interesting from the multiple protests that we were seeing. People gathered along on the Beltline. People had flags of America, flags of Iran. People were chanting multiple different things like USA, USA, and people also had I seen a couple Israeli flags sprinkled in there also. Here's a video of what actually how. Yeah, so again, this is just following after the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed in a U.S.-Israeli strike. I don't know if these people could really talk. It was kind of weird because I don't know if these people could really speak for the people that are still in Iran, though. As a whole, I mean, if you came to America and you're here already enjoying America, wouldn't you that just shows a little bias toward America as opposed to the regime in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people still have family members over there, or they remember fleeing, or their parents fleeing, or their grandparents fleeing, or whatever, in the circumstances that led to that. So I see why they're happy, but I mean, I also see how it's a bit, strange to immediately start saying we're going to start celebrating when people are still dying. Mm-hmm. Hundreds of Iranians have died at this point, including a girls' school. And that's where I thought was weird when we were talking about it earlier today, when we were immediately seeing bombs drop and immediately seeing celebrations. And then, you see a girls' school had been hit and 165 kids had died. I'm like, man, I mean, I get being happy that this is something is happening, but
yeah, that's my issue when it comes to protests. When it comes to people protesting in the United States that don't know the full story, or they don't have all the information, and they only see the surface level of what's really going on, and they immediately go, "Oh yeah, it happened, and let's go out here and let's have a good, yeah." You know what I mean? And it's bro, y'all really don't even really know what's going on, because I didn't even really knew a lot of this was happening. So it's it's all good to protest, 100%. I mean, or have a large gathering and excitement for something that you believe in, 100%. But try to get the full concept of what's really going on. Don't just go out there and just because you see everybody else going out there having a good time and this, that, and the third, and you really don't know. Because I know for a fact there's probably people at that protest that had no idea what in God's green earth what was that. I got homeboys that go to protests just to pick up girls. Well, so it's yes, I do. Yeah, I mean, so
pick up girls is crazy.
So I know, so I know for a fact there's people out there at protests that don't know what's going on. They just out there to chant and to hang out.
Now, I believe the Iranians who are here know what's going on.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
For
but I know that's not what you're saying. Yeah, no, but yeah, totally. And I think that's part of the problem, because the propaganda that we spew, not us, but in the U.S. that we get, because we get it too, is that everybody's happy and this is great and Trump should be celebrated. And I'm not saying that's wrong. a lot of people feel that way legitimately, that Trump is a hero for this.
Right.
But at the same time, like, will you still feel like that when the chips settle?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I hope everybody's happy in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Being happy right now is, it's, there's movement and it's great, but like, they got weeks of death ahead of them. You know what I mean? That's what I see. It's hard to not see that.
Right. It's like the grass is greener on the other side type of thing. Like, you don't necessarily, maybe the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was bad. Maybe he was a terrible leader or something like that. But the people that may come next after him could be possibly worse.
If they don't pull off a regime change here, and if the Iranian people can't topple their government, I think their life is going to get much worse.
Way much worse.
Much worse.
Especially because Iran at one point in time, I mean, call it what you want, even though it was a bad regime, it was one of the biggest superpowers in the Middle East. They was the only real people that was able to rival Israel. And it's like, now they're weakened. Who knows what may play after that? So there were people out there that were celebrating, like I said, but there were people protesting too. Some people were in opposition to the whole entire thing, expressing that the U.S. should not have been involved in a whole nother war and that people should have chose diplomacy as opposed to bombing things. So,
yeah, and I see it. I see it both ways. I get it. You know what I mean? We get it. It's just a situation where, like, it's hard to see people in Atlanta not have to face the consequences of what's happening and being happy. It's one thing, I think, like, to be solemn and be like, man, you know what? Our people out there are going through it to get to a place where we can go back and everybody can go and be free. And I like, that's valiant. That's beautiful. It's just the happy. I'm like, bro, like, people are dying right now.
And folks don't even know. You don't even really know. And y'all out the belt line just kicking in with your walking your dog and USA. Y'all don't even know what's going on, bro.
Yeah. But there's that. In other news, man, a cause of death was just released for Lil Jon's son.
Yeah, so for those that may not remember the story, DJ Young Slade, 27-year-old DJ Young Slade, son of Lil Jon, was found dead in a pond in Milton, Georgia. Police said that he had ran out of his house early in the morning without his phone, and he was reported missing. 3 days later, officers found his dead body in the park. So a medical examiner had recently said that he had passed away from drowning, and they also had found traces of psilocybin, a drug from mushrooms in his system. The medical examiner actually said it was like it occurred in the setting of psilocybin use, meaning the substance was present in his system. It may not have been the cause of what killed him, but he was on psilocybin at the time.
Do you know what that means?
What do you psilocybin?
This means this man might have been tripping.
Yeah, he was tripping.
Yeah.
And like walked into a pond and died.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, we don't know how his trip went, but you know what I'm saying? Definitely was, I mean.
Whoa, man.
Yeah.
And by tripping, we mean like little hallucinating.
He was literally hallucinating.
If you take something like mushrooms, you guys know what mushrooms are, you know what I mean? Like they have psilocybin in it and that makes you hallucinate. And it can be very transformative. There are medical uses to that has been studied and researched and stuff, but a lot of people use it as a party kind of vibe or just, to be introspective or whatever. But it can make you see things and it can make you, feel a little funny, and to think that he might have been in an altered state like that and then found himself in a pond.
Yeah, there's also like when you do like I know some people when they have taken shrooms, they have it counteracts with whatever else they have eaten or whatever they've drank or whatever the case may be, and it like gives them a bad trip and it gives them a horrible like side effect to the mushrooms, and that sucks about. I mean that's the down. I mean, not the downfall. That's the downside on taking hallucinogens. Some of them can be, like Lana said, great, and they can be life opening and life altering, and you could start using your third eye and this, that, and the third. And then there's some, like she said, could Give you a bad trip.
I can't even imagine. And that's like the crappiest part about this, because it's not even like what he might have been going through in that moment.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because we'll never know
Right.
what he was thinking or going through because of the psilocybin. If that was what, investigators are saying was in his system, he could have been seeing anything. He could have been seeing demons. You know what I mean? It could have been nothing to do with his normal life at all. Boy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Trips on shrooms, I kind of stay away from that because like I hear all the time how people have like some of the joyous, most fun times on it. I'm just like, when I tried it, it was like one of the worst experiences that I had.
Were you scared at the time or something?
Yeah, it must have been scared.
That must have been it.
But I was younger. I was, in college and stuff like that. And it
You
was
tried
just,
it in college?
Yeah, well, I mean, come on now.
Oh,
we were in
God.
college. But I was just terrified. Like, I was like, yeah, this is a dangerous drug. And I don't think people are aware that psilocybin can cause altered perception of reality, impaired judgment, disorientation, it could lead to risk-taking behavior and anxiety or panic in some cases also. Like, we only hear about how it's a fun drug, but like nobody ever really like talks about how left it can go.
It's definitely a drug you have to respect.
For sure.
You can't just
do it. Yeah.
Especially like with fear, like somebody misguided you. You know what I mean? Because they should have talked you through what you were supposed to expect. People will go to different countries and have a guided experience with this stuff. It's the U.S. who's decided. Politicians have decided that, mushrooms can't be used and it's dangerous and it's scary and blah, blah, blah. But other countries like respect it and use it. And it's, therapeutic when it can be used in the right purposes. But, man, that's crazy. That's sad.
Hunter S. Thompson over here.
I'm not, all I'm saying is.
She knows her stuff.
I've watched documentaries.
All right, yeah.
A woman never tells.
Fear and loathing over here. Get it?
No.
She's like, yeah, somebody should have guided you to the trip. And, all right, Lana, we see you, girl.
I know what I'm talking about. But I'm also just learned, okay? I watched documentaries about it and how research was legit set back because politicians decided that's illegal and you can't do it. But, researchers were saying, well, wait a minute. People with PTSD.
They use it.
All types of people could be really helped by this stuff. But
they also microdose those, though. You know what I mean? They microdose.
Do they?
Yeah, a lot of people microdose shrooms.
See, that would be like a lot to me.
Okay.
Then you could be like every day, like you feel like you can't function without it's almost like coffee
It is.
in that sense.
It's extremely like coffee.
Because then you could have to be hooked to it and like you couldn't function without it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's nothing to play with. Anywho, man, them teens, man, look. There was another teen takeover this weekend, which you told you about, and more of them got arrested.
Yep. So the police across Metro Atlanta were ready this weekend.
It was ready. Of course.
It was ready. Because we have reported that on Saturday they were supposed to take over Cumberland Mall. Yeah. They was going to do it big over there. But Cumberland Mall had like security on deck. They had people that had to wear wristbands before they got into the
mall.
I saw reports on it. Yeah, like people, online reports that they had to wear certain colored wristbands to show that they're either an adult or a child.
Wow.
And then there was heavy on the curfews there. So because
that's so wild.
Yeah, I mean, that was ready though.
That's so wild.
It's just crazy because back in the day, you could just go to the mall
and kick it for hours.
That's where you met people. What? It was fun. The fact that we've gotten to the point where you got to wristband people to make sure they don't burn the building down is crazy.
So I'm guessing since the kids heard that Cumberland Mall was a no-go, they said, let's take it to the Beltline. They thought they was going to go to the Beltline and have a good old time. And this ended up leading to 14 arrests along the Beltline corridor. 5 arrests after a shots fired call near the 755th North Avenue, Northeast area. And then additional arrests occurred after an alleged fight at the 789 Ponce de Leon Avenue, right there in front of the Ponce. Officers recovered about 10 firearms during the whole entire day. Like that whole entire day, that whole Beltline corridor, 10 firearms.
I know it was some mad white people that day, boy, because white people love the Beltline.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they love the Beltline. So I know they was pissed, bruh. Pissed.
Man, that is crazy. I mean, it's crazier to me that, I felt bad that we were talking about these teens and we're talking about like, oh, they need to go home and blah, blah, blah. But like, y'all can't just show up and be chill.
Right.
Hang
You gotta
out.
bring guns and fight.
Right. We was the video that we have put out there not too long ago got a decent amount of views. People was commenting in it and everything. It was a lot of the teens that was there like, what do you expect us to do? We don't have anything else to do around here. And I kind of sympathized with them in a sense. Right. I mean, they're about to go to war, dog.
Y'all can't.
They're just trying to get it all out. They're just trying to get their fun out. I mean, hey, no, I'm for real, bro. I feel bad for these kids. If they want to get they little fun time out as teenagers, let them do it because I don't know the state of the world, what it's going to look like in a couple more years.
So this is coming from somebody. You remember when I was like, yeah, the kids should go to war. They shouldn't go to jail. We should put them on the front line. Now look at them. Oh, man, they about to go to war. Man, they should get it all out of them.
No, I'm saying I don't want them to go to war. I'm against them going to war, but the sad reality is, I mean, DT, he just pushed that button. So we might have to end up there. And they got to get their fun out somehow, some way.
No, there's plenty of other places to get your fun out, man. There's plenty of other places to get your fun out than going and terrorizing the city. Like, my God, you don't have to go. Like, bruh, people work from Monday to Friday. There's a lot of working people out there from Monday to Friday. When they go to these Cumberland malls and the Beltline, bro, they want to go, and this is the time that they can relax and they don't have any worries. And for you to disturb my peace when I only got 2 days of peace, I only got Saturday and Sunday of peace. Oh my God, I would have got in one of them fights and just to get a few hits in. I can't. I would have hit him once or twice because y'all disturbing my peace. The fight ain't got nothing to do with me, but I just need. Okay, I'm good. Since y'all disturbing my peace, I got to beat y'all up now.
That is such a good point because adults, we're going through it.
We're going through it.
Y'all don't have no woes, no problems.
Nothing. That's why y'all doing what y'all doing. We got a week's worth of work, Monday through Friday.
Bills.
We get up here at this office 8 a.m. every day. Saturday and Sunday is the day where I don't want to do nothing. So if I want to go to the Beltline, walk my dog, chill, stop, get a little non-alcoholic drink or something, just kick it. And then I see 20 YNs with ski masks on in 90-degree weather, I'm going to be mad. My day ruined immediately. God, go find. Y'all, there's so many other places to go, man. There's so many other places to go. Like, bro, go to Piedmont Park is open. Like,
that's true.
The whole park is open.
That's so true.
Y'all congregate in one big area, the park. We ain't never got to see y'all.
Because y'all don't have any money anyway.
Bro.
So why are you at the Beltline? Why are you at the mall? Why are you at all these places that you can't afford? You're just going to be lingering.
And that's the issue. When we were at the mall, we would linger, but we would linger in peace.
Yes.
We would talk to a few girls or holler at a few dudes or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Window shop. Oh, man, I want.
Exactly.
We'll walk in every store, pick something up, put it down, and walk back out. And the people in the store knew that we weren't buying.
Exactly.
They understood that, hey, they
try on clothes.
Hey, y'all just coming to kick it. Y'all ain't bothering nobody. But now,
you gotta close up shop.
Boy, what? Hey, what? whole door getting closed, bro.
Oh man. Okay. So yeah, that's them. And so I mean, I don't know when the next one is, but I think it's hilarious that it's like y'all put your plans online. Of course, there was security when you showed up. Anywho, moving right along. Let me tell you about these people. There's a couple in Atlanta that apparently, at least they were accused of digging up graves to steal thousands of dollars worth of valuables. Isn't that crazy?
I didn't know, one, that people still bury their loved ones with like stuff.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Like stuff.
Like
jewelry,
chains, rings.
Crazy. So police say Emmanuel Pena and Allison Pena weren't just stealing. They were pulling bronze vases, plaques, and granite slabs straight off burial sites at Crestlawn Memorial Park, which is a genius if you think about it. No, listen, those are expensive, all right?
Yes, they are expensive.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I mean, this is not a dumb crime right here. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Between August 4th and August 12th, investigators say families visited their loved ones and found holes where memorial pieces used to be. You go to pay your respect, and the respect is gone. You know what I'm saying? Body cam footage shows officers at the cemetery staring at empty spaces where markers once stood. Later, during a search warrant, police say they found 10 large grave markers, 5 vases, and a plaque. And it wasn't random metal. These the names Crawford, Beavers, Payne, Perry, Gorton, real families. These are like real people. These weren't just like regular stuff. Investigators also say they found grinding wheels, tools to scrape or alter metal so it can be traded back. This means this wasn't an impulse. This was allegedly calculated. Now, how much did they steal, by the way? Police estimate the damage and stolen items $130,000.
Yo, these Jays out here are serious.
Now, it's not even the Jays, man. This is
They look like Jays. They look like Jays.
They possibly could be, but I mean, you got to be a smart Jay to know that you can steal these.
What do you mean by Jays?
Junkies. Junkies. Junkies.
Boy. Bruh. Junkies though, getting $130,000. Y'all don't need to be junkies.
They didn't get it. That's how much they would have probably sold for. It probably would have sold for $130,000.
Were they caught? Did they?
Yeah. So Penham was booked in Fulton County Jail on theft by taking charges and have since been released. But they got.
No, I mean, like, did they sell any of it? Like, did they manage to pull it off?
Oh, it didn't say that they sold any of it. They just said
so y'all just did all that work.
So they got all. I guess it was just stolen. They found the stolen items, and it was $130,000 worth of stolen items, which is crazy, man. Because one, I didn't know the funeral business was that lucrative.
What?
I knew it was lucrative, but I didn't know it was $130,000 worth of 10 large. 15, 16 pieces of things that they stolen worth $130,000?
Yo, and how much you think that the funeral directors charged the families?
Oh yeah, probably a ton.
They probably charged them $230,000 worth of stuff.
But what's crazy is that I've never seen a funeral director just walk around looking like
Fly,
you know what I mean?
Fly.
So where's all the money going?
Where are y'all at? Y'all must not be down south. Because out in Fort Valley, they had money, boy.
Oh, word.
I'm telling you, golded out.
Really?
Looking all nice, dapper, rings on their fingers.
Really?
Yeah. I've only been in a handful of funeral homes because I've done like reports and stuff like that where I have to go and talk to the funeral director or whatever. And the buildings are they're fine. They're like small, rinky-dink, regular, kind of run down a little bit. You probably built it a couple decades ago.
Did they have suits on? They always got some suits on.
But they're going to have a suit on.
Of course.
I promise you them suits is really nice, fine pressed. Really nice linen.
I'll tell you like this. I would never, if I saw that and I was burying a loved one and I saw a dude come out to me and be like, hey, Mr. Smith, how you doing? And had all this gold on, I would immediately be like, no, I'm out.
Not you.
Yeah, we're
right.
good.
I'm about to get scammed.
We're good, bro. We're good. I don't know what's going to happen to my family member's body after I leave here. I'm good.
Literally.
I am good, bro.
What are they about to be haunted?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine stealing from a grave.
A grave.
Yeah.
Boy, you about to be haunted.
A grave.
That's just such a violation.
Yeah, man.
You know
As a family member, man, you come back and you see that, you know what I'm saying, they stuff is not there. It's like, that's gotta hit hard, bro.
They're already gone.
And them things heavy too, bro. Like, man, it's not like those are like light pieces of metal. Those are pretty big, it's
crazy.
Heavy pieces of metal. So, yeah, man, $100,000, $130,000 worth of stuff, man.
Crazy. Meanwhile, in Cartersville, there's an employee accused of redirecting patient checks into her own account.
I don't know how y'all get these ideas.
I don't know how you find all these people.
Like, where are these, how do y'all get these ideas? So, according to a warrant obtained by Channel,
That's not
yeah.
what I thought she was going to look like.
What you think?
I don't know what I thought she was going to look like, but it wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
A Cartersville woman who worked at Frank's Chiropractic Center is accused of taking at least 26 checks meant for the business, and depositing them straight into her own account. Wow, right? Patients thought they were paying the doctor. Investigators say those payments were allegedly rerouted. The warrant claims this started in October 2024 and went on for about a year. 26 separate checks nearly What? $98,000 total.
Wow.
So Hook was arrested after this month and charged with theft by taking. She was booked into the Cobb County Detention Center and later released on a $55,000 bond, which is like almost half of what she got in those checks. Here's what makes this story a little bit more interesting. This wasn't any massive corporation, all right? This was a local doctor's office, community-based, patients walking in with back pain, neck pain, life stress, and now the business is dealing with financial pain.
Wow.
Okay? Nearly 6 figures gone in a year. Crazy.
That is crazy.
But here's the thing. It's not... how do I say this without y'all judging me?
Please.
Genius. You know what I mean? Genius.
This is basic, Dale. She's just stealing checks.
Yeah, but she's not stealing checks like
alleged.
Yeah, it's very allegedly. But she's not just like doing that. You're right. It is basic.
I would argue the grave sites was a little bit of a more creative idea.
It was very creative.
And they got more.
130,000.
But y'all know, like, some of these places will shut down if they're not profitable. You could have like robbed the whole community of this place. That's crazy.
And chiropractors ain't cheap either.
No, they not.
Boy.
They be taxing like crazy.
No, they are not, bro.
Right.
It feels like they're really not doing much either if I'm keeping it a
stack.
stack.
They rub your back real quick. That's all they do is rub your back. Oh, your C4 is misaligned with your A4, and your A4 is not connected to your T. And you be like, what?
I could have got a massage for
bro,
this,
what?
Exactly.
Do a couple of these.
Oh, God.
Push.
Stretch
click,
your neck.
click, all this stuff. You be like, all right, bro.
Leave still in pain.
The back still hurting.
And then they want you to come back.
Yeah.
So
come back for a little 6 month checkup, please. Just come back for a 6 month. Why I need to come? I wanted it done today.
You know what's crazy? I was thinking about that with just eye doctors, dentists, doctors in general. Like, you go and you spend all this money and they don't like heal you.
No.
They either like give you some medicine so you have to keep coming back. Or like they'll just say, we got to keep monitoring this, so come back, and then but nothing's gonna change for you.
So to your point, I'm not mad at her then. You know what I'm saying? Because they was probably doing this. They was probably making sure, like, hey, come on back, come on. So even though she stole or allegedly stole like 98,000, you know what I mean? They probably made way more on the back end. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, Miss Lady. You did or did not do your big one.
I'm looking at it. Oh, what?
No, I was gonna say something, but we all.
Yeah, my fault. I was looking at it. Chiropractors do not attend medical school either.
So they just out here.
What? I'm just saying.
What?
I'm just saying.
That is crazy.
Just
to
saying.
charge that much
just to touch my back.
You wouldn't even have no loans for real. That's crazy. No, because I was thinking about my eye doctor because I got terrible eyesight. I know we gotta go. But I'll go home and my boyfriend will be like, so did he fix it? Like, fix what? Oh, fix your eyes. Like, oh no, they don't fix your eyes. He was like, so you're just going there and showing up and they don't fix anything? I'm like, well, they tell me if it's gotten worse.
Makes sense.
I'm like, man, when you say it like that. We had to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Merrill. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Madonna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What they do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
this sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
Welcome back to Hot 97 News Atlanta, everybody. And I don't really know what's going on with this story, but it just sounds interesting. Okay, apparently police found a U-Haul packed with 119 cut AT&T cables on Northeast Expressway.
Yeah, you know that. You can get some money for that.
Really?
What?
Cables?
What?
Cables?
I mean, y'all ain't know y'all can get...
How much have you made on cables?
I've never,
since it sounds like you're speaking from experience.
I've never made any money off
Oh,
cables.
yeah?
No, I mean, I always know somebody.
Everybody knows how to do crime.
Right,
Y'all know how to do crime.
Y'all not finna put this on me. Anyway, Brookhaven police say that early Wednesday, officers found the truck stopped in a U-Haul truck stopped in a turn lane near an apartment complex between Claremont Road and Briarwood Road. Nobody inside, just running in cargo area packed with communication cables that investigators say had been cut from overhead utility lines and sliced into smaller pieces. 119 sections to be exact. Wow. AT&T confirmed the cable belonged to them and told investigators theft along the DeKalb County side of the corridor have totaled about $500,000 over the last 6 months. $500,000 over the last 6 months. Crazy. And this isn't just about copper resale value. I'm trying to tell you, cables are expensive, bruh. Cutting telecom lines can knock out internet, phone service, and emergency communication. Earlier this year, parts of Dunwoody lost service after a similar incident. All right. Detectives say they have identified a suspect, 36-year-old Michael McKay. Warrants have been issued charging him with criminal damage to property and criminal attempt to commit theft by taking. Police describe McKay as a 6'2", 175 pounds. Okay. He looks like that guy right there. Here's this the dude. But here's the bigger picture. This wasn't just scrap metal. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This was infrastructure. This was stuff, that keep people connected, keep the internet on, but also this stuff was expensive.
Okay, so wait, it was $500,000 in damage, or they were literally worth $500,000?
Yeah, those cables are worth $500,000. Yeah, man, cables are expensive. That's why I was asking y'all, have y'all ever sold any cable?
No.
In what scenario would we have sold cable?
Like, yeah.
Why would we have cable?
I don't know why I asked him. I mean, listen.
Wait, you have?
See?
Our producer, what?
Wires are expensive, bro. Selling wires that's not a cheap thing to say. Like, if you have good copper wire, you can get a couple $1,000s for some copper wire. That's why when you see homeless people, if you ever see a homeless person with like a grocery buggy, bro, and they're looking for wire to cut and stuff like that, yeah, man, they're going to sell that.
Where do you get the wire from?
I don't know how they did this little bit of crime they did here, because this right here is on another level. $500,000 for stealing copper wire is crazy, or wires in general from AT&T cables is crazy.
That's crazy that you say copper wire. Now that makes sense because I was working at a billboard company before I was working here. Yes, okay, all right. I work. All right, I work.
This man had a job for every scenario. Hey man,
can we run through them? Let's just run through them real quick. DoorDash,
I was about to say,
radio producer, McDonald's,
look, man,
daycare.
Look, I'm telling you,
Billboard.
I worked. But they would tell me that there was people that used to climb up the billboards and steal copper from the billboards.
Yeah, bro.
Like this copper is really expensive, and that's crazy that you said it was copper wires.
Yeah, I mean, it's 119 chopped up sections of cable, which I mean, I'm guessing that cable has. I mean, most cables are wire cables. I mean, they're copper wire cables because I mean that's how you conduct energy and stuff like that.
So they found this just like in a truck. That was just running. Doors unlocked.
119 sections of cable.
How'd they connect the guy to this? They just found the truck with all this crap in it.
I don't know. They definitely didn't say that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they definitely didn't say that. But
I was laughing when they pulled his picture up because he kind of was doing that like light skin smiles.
Oh yeah.
That's that pose all the guys used to do.
but they got him. But people don't realize, man. Like when I was reading this story, I was like, oh, this guy's not stupid at all, bro. Like he knew that he had a gold mine on his hands because $500,000 worth of, bro. Come on, man, bro.
So does that impact people's service? Like, is it cutting it from actual wires that are connected to? I'm not talking about like the wires that you see.
So I don't think it's the actual like wires we see up here.
With the
I don't think it's that. I think it's like AT&T wire. I don't know, man. To be honest,
where would you get? I wonder if ChatGPT would tell me if it would think I was trying to steal.
No, let's try. Don't do it. I've already tried.
Oh, you want a watch list now?
Yeah, not on watch list, but I've definitely asked ChatGPT how do you take copper wire?
And that was before you even started working on the show, wasn't it? You was like looking for yourself before because you was trying to steal. Okay,
that's what we're not going to do.
I was just because I know he gets the legitimate money from legitimate jobs, but you have alternative options that you find.
I mean, hey, if I was to run across some copper wire, I ain't gonna say I would not sell it.
All I'm saying is you find all these scam stories as if you like have personal information of knowing all these people, because I've never heard so many scam stories in my life, and it's usually not me, it's usually you.
And then he tells us, oh, y'all don't know that?
Y'all don't know about this?
Y'all know y'all can make that money like this?
Hey, man.
I think he's like the ringleader. He might be like a crime lord.
All I'm saying is I used to live a different life. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I used to be out here.
Okay, moving right along. The Mall of Stonecrest was on lockdown. Did y'all see that?
Man, this is the Stonecrest that I remember. This is the Stonecrest that I remember growing up with. So, shots were fired at the Mall of Stonecrest during the release of a popular sneaker, the Air Jordan 5 Wolf Grays.
Those are hard though.
The Wolf Grays.
Yeah, those are tough.
Yeah. So it was released, and you know how people do. People line up outside of the buildings and stuff like that. The police are saying that this is like not it. They haven't released exactly what caused the issue, but we do know that there was a lot of people there following the actual incident because of these shoes being released. So police quickly came to the mall after reports of gunfire, and many people have been waiting in line. Like I said, people was waiting overnight for these shoes.
Yeah.
So the scene eventually, as you would expect, became chaotic, and this happened. I don't know, man. This was just crazy to me when I heard it during the lockdown offers. So they ended up putting the mall on lockdown, and during the lockdown, officers detained several individuals who were seen running from the mall, and authorities have not yet confirmed whether those individuals were directly connected to the shooting.
Yeah, man. I think I've said this before with a few of my friends. I love J's. I do. I mean, I'm a big fan of Jordans, but I have never been a fan of the sneaker culture, though. You know what I mean? And I think the sneaker culture has always taken drops and stuff too far because, the sneaker culture is who can get the shoe first, and, how can I be the first one to have it, or how can I get multiple pairs to sell them? And This is terrible. I think they need to restructure the way they release shoes and the way they, drop shoes to the public, because this shoe is a re-release shoe, and I mean it's a great shoe. But it's been released before. This is not the first time the shoe's been released. Yeah. All these shoes are re-released. They just come out the same colorway, different material, and just recall it the grays for or whatever the case may be.
So then, what's the point of camping out overnight?
Because if you didn't get them the first time they drop, this is your chance to get them at retail the second time you drop. So you won't have to pay resale price. So a resale price on these are going for like $600, $700. Yeah. Retail price is $210. So I would rather pay $210 than $600, $700. But I'm also not dying over shoes. You dig what I'm saying? So
we don't necessarily know if they was dying over the shoes.
I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about this person in particular. I'm just saying in general, I'm not dying, because there are incidents where people have died from getting stampeded over some Jordans, over a Jordan release. This happened multiple times, and Jordan has also came out and said, "I don't care about y'all." He said this. I don't care about y'all. Like, I could care less.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. So I want to see them release shoes differently nowadays, bro. Like, I don't agree with the sneaker culture when it comes to stuff like this. This is terrible.
I guess I thought we were past this as a society.
I thought we were too. I thought the sneaker culture was dying, but I guess not.
Those shoes did look kind of cool though.
No, they're fire.
But hold on, because maybe you need to explain. Can you pull the picture back up? What about this shoe is, I feel like I get the same kind of model on like Fashion Nova.
I mean, they're just gray. What are these? Not threes. These are four. What are these, Will? Fives or fours?
They're fives.
Fives, right?
They're fives. They're fives.
So it's like,
this is the fifth time they released the same
no,
shoe.
No. The shoe number is 5. So that's Jordan 5s. It's like Jordan has Jordan 1, which is like a high top shoe. I'm sorry, it's hard to explain.
Lana's gonna be one of them moms. It's the same shoe,
but it's not.
The same
but
shoe.
it's really
not.
It's really not the same shoe. Y'all get these shoes. But here, you can get this shoe off DH Gate for like $50.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feels like you could get it on Amazon, on Temu, Shein.
All right, we ain't
something similar. Like,
I'm telling you, you're gonna be one of them.
Not that far.
You don't need, just because. Let me put a sticker of the dang Jordan on your shoe.
No, that's not.
And y'all can walk around.
It's not how that works. It's not how that works. It's not how that works. But
okay.
That's you could get that exact same shoe on DH Gate though. Very, very reputable. For they look like reps. They do look good, but Shein and Temu, I don't know what she talking about.
I was talking.
But go ahead.
But the incident did end in one person confirmed being injured, so they were transported to the hospital.
Man,
that's upsetting, man.
It is.
That's upsetting. I'm just gonna wait till they re-release again.
I know we gotta move, but I'm trying to figure out like what would compel me to stay overnight for something. Like, really think about. Have you ever done this?
A lot of people are reselling this stuff.
Them. Yeah.
Because like if I'm getting $200, if I'm paying $200 and I know that it's gonna outsell and I could flip it for $600, now I got $400 extra.
So I'm staying overnight for $400?
Well, you might not stay, but there are placeholders that will stay for you. There is a guy, he's done a YouTube documentary, he will sit in your place in line for X amount of dollars overnight and stay there.
So to do all that for a couple $100?
It's not a couple though. People be making real bank. So what they'll do is like they'll say one shoe per person, but a person will hire like 5 different people to stand in that line, and then they got 5, so they pay them whatever it is, but then they're gonna be reaping the benefits when they resell that.
So it's just lines full of line standers.
Yes.
It's not even like anybody who's for real. Man, that's crazy.
I mean, if you do the math real quick, let's just say off the top, the shoe is $200 a piece. So you got a guy who's got 5 people. That's $1,000 right there, right? Okay, so what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, it's $1,000 right there. All right, so you just got paid $1,000 for shoes. Now you resell each shoe for $600. I can't do the math that's fast. That's 5 times 6. What's that? $3,500 you just made. $30,000 you just made. I mean, $3,000. God, dog.
Keep it going. You got it.
$3,000. $3,000 you just made off $1,000.
Hey.
You're so wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But like, how much money would you need to pay someone to stand in that line?
$100.
Boy, I'm not standing in no line overnight for no $100.
$100.
So that's cutting into the profit right there.
I mean, it's cutting into it, but again, the more people you end up,
I guess
hiring, the more you gonna get.
If all you have to do is just hire like 10, boy, I hate rich people. Because that is an instant money hack. Oh, let me just pay this poor
Flat
to
out.
go, stand in line overnight, waste their night for $100, and then I get to make like a couple thousand. Boy, I hate y'all.
She said, let me just pay this poor.
Who else is standing in a line for $100 all night? We don't have no bills to pay, sleep, work to get to, all night, and I gotta fight, get shot potentially.
Maybe it'll be worth it.
That's just how they think. I don't think about anybody as poor as I would be. I'm not the one who can pay, so I'm in the same boat as y'all standing in the line. I'm just mad that they get to do this to us. But anyway, we have an update on that child trafficking ring.
Oh man,
that we were talking about out of Houston County.
Didn't know we were going here.
You didn't know we were going here?
No, I didn't look.
No, that's where we're going next, friend.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting.
Because that's
friend.
Somebody.
Friend.
Yeah. Speaking of friends,
this is an interesting update, actually. So, Demarie Marshawn Williams, this guy right here, 36 of Byron, pleaded guilty to statutory rape and pandering a minor in Houston County trafficking case. You remember that big trafficking case we did, like Lana said, with like 7 dudes when we reported on the first. It started with online ads and ended up in the hotel room. Investigators say Williams responded to advertisements posted by another defendant, traveled to Houston County Hotel and sexually assaulted the child who was being harbored there. He was arrested April 25th with the help of the U.S. Marshal Service and local law enforcement. Here's where it gets crazy. He was sentenced to 25 years, 8 years in prison, the rest on strict probation, and he must be registered as a sex offender. But this case just wasn't about Demarie, but I will get to why they're looking at me like this. Attorney General Chris Carr says he is the fourth and final defendant convicted. All right, Emily Garcia received 40 years with 18 to serve. Noah Bamiro Hernandez got 25 years with 10 in custody, and Brian Taquan Smith received 25 years with 5 behind bars. Now, the reason they are looking at me crazy, because Demarie went to school with me.
Knew exactly who this was.
No, we were not homeboys.
So they were homies. They used to do sleepovers.
No, we did not.
Boy, he said they used to go to the mall together on Fridays.
Is lying.
They used to go to movies together.
Never.
This sleepovers is crazy.
But I went to school with this man. I went to middle school with this guy. And this is when I saw this article last night, I about threw my computer because I flipped out like, no way. This is Demarie. And yeah, he is here. This case has been going on since 2020 when the 13-year-old disclosed she had been sold for sex in Warner Robins. That disclosure triggered years of investigative work led by Brian Kimball and prosecuted by Maggie Matisse through the Human Trafficking Prosecution Unit in Macon.
And you said how many years did your friend get?
It's not my friend.
Oh.
She tried to be slick with that one. 25.
25.
He got 25 years. He's got to serve 8, and then the rest he's got to be on probation.
You gonna visit?
Yeah, what is going on? What is going on? No.
Okay, I'll ask you a genuine question though. Real genuine.
All right, real genuine.
No trolling, nothing, right?
All right, go ahead.
So, like, did you see any signs when you was cool with him? No, I'm asking. Did you see any signs when you was cool with him? That's genuine. When you was cool with him, did you see any signs or anything?
I don't think I saw any signs with him, to be honest. I mean, he was very smart. He was smart when we were back in middle school. I mean, you never really talked to anybody like that, you know what I'm saying? But I never really saw any signs.
Well, in middle school, he was the age, so that just would have been weird. I mean, wouldn't have been a sign to see.
Okay. I'm trying to get to the bottom of these.
This is not funny, bro. This is not funny. It's only funny because it's me.
It's you.
It's only funny because it's me.
So was he one of the cool kids?
No,
or was
he
he
wasn't.
lame?
No, he wasn't a cool kid at all. No, Demarie was not cool at all. Demarie was very much so a lame kid.
A lame kid.
Yeah. But I didn't know him either. He went from MD Roberts. He went to.
And I went to MD Roberts.
Yeah. He went to Mount Zion after he left MD Roberts. So I mean, I don't know what happened to him at Mount Zion, but I really remember Demarie though. So when I saw this, is crazy.
Okay, if he pleaded guilty, are we sure that he just didn't plead it to like?
I mean, regardless of if you pleaded it or not.
Well, no. I've been saying like some people will plead guilty because the alternative might be worse. Like it was like a plea deal where he's like, I might be.
I mean, 25 years don't sound like a plea deal.
Sometimes you could be like innocent and be like, because they will like steamroll people into stuff like that. Will be like, look, you plead guilty and we'll give you this, but if you go to trial and then you'll be this.
Well, it didn't say that he this is a plea deal or not, but I mean, regardless. Regardless if it was a plea deal or not. I mean, no, if he would have took this to trial, he's under the jail. Yeah. So I don't know if this was a plea deal or not, but yeah, 25 years, only serving 8. I mean, sounds like he got off scotch-free.
Wow. Only serving 8.
He only has to serve 8, and then the rest of the 25 is on strict probation. Well, he's got to go to prison.
I hear they're not kind to people who are accused of.
Oh no, Demarie my man's gonna feel it in jail, brother, for sure. So all my Clayton County people, man, I hope when y'all see this today, everybody like this is nuts. Cause I'm definitely clipping this.
I'm shook it.
Definitely clipping this.
Oh man. I feel like I know him too, but I don't remember.
I
remember the name.
So both y'all hung out with him?
No, I remember the name. I would have been too young.
Y'all both was wild.
That's his era.
Playboy. Nah, y'all not finna get me. No, sir.
Oh man. Okay, we gotta move on. That's crazy. Okay, where do we even go from here? Someone got arrested in Monroe after someone sent the GBI a cyber tip.
Which is low key. That's snitching.
That's pretty crazy. That's crazy though.
Snitching. Monroe police said Brandon Xavier Tyler was arrested after investigators executed search warrants at 2 residencies. One on Toller Street and another on Heritage Ridge Drive. Oh Lord.
Help him.
Yeah, my bad. Ooh, beat me up right there.
Fighting for your life with that word.
Dog. Following a lead from Georgia Bureau of Investigation Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force. This wasn't random. This started with a cyber tip routed through the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The system tech companies used to flag disturbing online activity. The tip made its way to the GBI. The GBI handed it to Monroe police, and by 5 p.m. Thursday, officers knocking at the door. All right. During those search, investigators say they found sexually explicit material involving juveniles. Toller is now charged with sexual exploitation of a minor under Georgia law, a statute that makes it illegal to create, distribute, or possess visual media showing minors in sexually explicit conduct. And depending on how many images are involved, those charges can stack up fast, my friend. Yes, they can. Police say they're still combing through digital evidence. That means that this investigation is ongoing, and additional charges could follow. So yeah, man. Kind of crazy.
Life comes at you fast.
Hey, y'all better get off the internet, y'all weirdos. Get off the internet, man. Y'all are sick. Get off the internet. Go touch some grass. Go, talk to some adult people. Say it.
You know, I was about to say something inappropriate.
Say it. What you about to say? Go touch some adults.
Just go touch some adults. You know what I mean? Like adults. When you're 30, 30-year-olds. With consent.
Yeah, with consent. With consent. Yeah, because then there's more. You get more charges. So do not. But yeah, bro, stay off the internet, man. If you feel like you need to go in these chat rooms and talk, bruh, I promise you, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, bruh.
Crazy.
This is ridiculous.
But there's positive news to be said. On a Monday, there are some kindergartners in Atlanta who got $10,000 for their futures.
Yep. So the families of kindergarten students at Drew Charter School, they received $10,000 in an investment account through the Youth Opportunity Fund. So the parents essentially went there to this event and they thought they was getting $500 toward a college fund. But then they surprised the families and gave them $10,000 overall.
Oh, wow.
This program is structured as a long-term wealth building tool, and it's designed to grow over time and be accessed at the age of 25. So there are some stipulations to this $10,000, and I thought they were kind of cool. So the child, in order to get it, they have to graduate from an Atlanta public school. They have to complete financial literacy coursework at Drew Charter School, and they also have to wait till the age of 25. I mean, at the age of 25. So I love this because I heard 10,000. Essentially, I just was like, dang, I hope the parents don't get to touch that. I hope that actually goes to the kids. And that's what they're saying it is going to. It's going to the kids. The kids, when they get this money, it can go to college tuitions, home ownership, entrepreneurship, and retirement savings for the children when they do become adults.
Boy, you know how much I wish anybody would have been like, surprise, we did this and you got $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 at 25. Here you go. That's crazy.
They get 10 racks at 25 years old.
At 25 years old, but it's supposed to grow, and then I'm assuming that the parents can still put money towards that college fund.
Okay.
So that's like they're starting off. At first, they was gonna give them 500 to start off with, but they got 10 bands.
So they got 10,000, and they get all of that 10 once they hit 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'd have spent that. Yep, 25.
At 25,
$10,000.
I'd have been responsible.
You give me $10,000 at 25, gone.
I'm 25 now. If I get 10,000. I think I'm gonna be all right with it.
You could move it and
I think I'm gonna be okay with it.
You could invest a portion of it.
Ain't nobody thinking about no investing nothing at no 25. Ain't nobody thinking nothing about that.
But you should. That's why they have them taking financial literacy classes.
Exactly.
So they don't blow it.
Yeah, no, I didn't. And they gave me $10,000 without no financial literacy because I went to Clayton County, so they ain't had no financial literacy classes. They would be like, "Here y'all go, $10,000." Boy, I done blew that. Boy, $10,000 been gone. I'd have been looking at all of my friends like, "Oh, how y'all just turned that 10 to 100?" And I'm over here. I'm broke. Broke. I know me.
Oh man. And finally, for you here, people, man, the Falcons just fired LaTroy Lewis hours after a sexual assault allegation surfaced from his Michigan years.
Yeah, man, we can't get a break. First is Kevin Stefanski, the terrible coach, Ian Cunningham, and getting rid of Kirk Cousins. Now this, okay? Hours after allegations surfaced tying him to a reported sexual assault during his time in Michigan, the Falcons fired their newly hired assistant defensive line coach. No long explanation, no press conference, just one sentence and his bio wiped off the website, all right? Lewis was hired February the 10th, which is like 3 weeks ago. Considered a rising name in coaching circles, just came off a strong season at the University of Toledo, where his defensive line led the Mid-American Conference in sacks and run defense. Before that, he was on Michigan staff under who? Jim Harbaugh and later Sherrone Moore. And we all know about Sherrone Moore over there at University of Michigan, don't we? No, we don't know about Sherrone Moore. Sherrone Moore was the coach at Michigan, the black coach at Michigan, who got in trouble for.
Oh no, that's not the same place.
He was under his regime.
Oh.
So Sherrone Moore, for people that don't know, at University of Michigan, there was a huge scandal case about Sherrone Moore was allegedly messing with one of his coaching assistants, who was this white girl, and there was a huge thing. Sherrone Moore has a whole family, so there was like this whole allegation that went on, and Sherrone Moore ended up resigning or getting fired or resigning, one of the two. So I think he resigned, I want to say, but yeah. So this guy was under his coaching staff. So yeah, Lewis attorney Fabio Galleria says
I know that wasn't it.
That's not it.
Whatever it was, I know that's not it.
Don't do me like that. Don't just do my reading like that.
Fabiola
Galleria says allegations are not proof and that Lewis plans to fight with what he calls as false claims. Meanwhile, the Falcons move fast, and today's NFL perception moves quicker than paperwork. So bye-bye.
Okay, I was literally thinking something is off here. They must not like him at all.
You don't think
because
so?
If these are just allegations, nobody's actually like pressed charges. He's not been charged with anything.
Mm-hmm.
He has the support of his wife and his family and his legal team. Nobody has any proof. They're just allegations and they fired him.
Yep.
Boy, I'd be so mad if I lost my job off some allegations that I'm claiming are false.
Now, Sherrone Moore, too, he was actually fired, not resigned. He was fired. They fired him in December amid separate allegations involving inappropriate relationships. So,
but what if he was like totally innocent?
He could, who?
This guy.
Lewis? Oh, we don't know, man.
We don't know.
We don't know. At this point, man, the Falcons can't we can't catch a break. So they trying to get in front of anything before we get hit with anything. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy. And he was just hired on the 10th of February?
10th of February.
This past February?
This year.
God, oh my God.
This year, bro.
Boy.
I'm talking about get him up out of here.
Life comes at you fast.
Get him up out of here. All
right, that does it for us. Thank you so much for hanging out. We will see you tomorrow.
Peace.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Merrill. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all. That's
Let's
it.
go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class? Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What they do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's gonna trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.